Lauren Hopson, 6513 Foxhound Road. Before I start, I just want to say that I am one of the people who really wanted to move to the Gibbs area at one point, but I made a conscious choice not to do so because I knew that my son would probably be on a bus several hours a day when he got to his middle school years. That was 14 years ago. We're still waiting, aren't we? I just wanted to make a few comments about some of the financial issues facing us with this budget. We must stop robbing from Peter to pay Paul. When the IB program at Bearden Middle was approved several months ago, the biggest question about the program was where the money would come from. I think it is no coincidence that the AVID program funding and the funds needed for the IB program is close to the same amount. AVID should never have been offered up as the sacrificial lamb. And keep in mind, it is still not guaranteed if principals choose not to staff it. In regard to funding about 100 coaches, as Ms. Carson stated at a previous meeting, returning these positions to the classroom would only result in about one teacher per school, and that wouldn't help much. She is absolutely correct. But what if we took those 100 positions and divided them just among our 10 most high-need schools? That's 10 teachers per school, and I guarantee you that would make an impact. In regard to Apex and teacher raises, I just have to ask, where would the Apex money have come from if the governor had not set aside the funds for a 4% raise? We have known every year that this money had to be made available somehow. As we saw last year, there is never any guarantee that the money will come from the state. Let me also make it crystal clear, as the president-elect of the Knox County Education Association, I never suggested that Apex funds be gleaned from the money which was to be set aside for teacher raises. In fact, I did just the opposite on the Inside Tennessee news program several weeks ago when I expressed my concern that teachers would not receive their full raise because the Apex funds were gone. I suspected then that the 4% would be misused in this way. I can also speak with confidence that Tanya Coates, the current KCA president, would not be thrilled with this manipulation of the money either. What I also did was recommend that we stop paying for consulting firms, memberships to consortiums, and for layers of upper-level administration that we don't need, so we can stop being put in this position every year. I just want to read something from our superintendent's resume when he was applying for this job. In it, he wrote that he managed the Boston Public Schools annual budget of more than $800 million. He was responsible for all budget and accounting-related functions, including allocation of financial resources, budget development and planning, financial analysis to support decision-making, and fiscal reporting. He led a finance staff that provided support and technical assistance to more than 140 school principals and 50 department managers. He listed as his accomplishments that he balanced 8 consecutive Boston Public Schools annual budgets. That means the end-of-the-year expenditures did not exceed revenues. He increased alignment of financial resources with educational priorities, thereby supporting significant and sustained growth in student achievement outcomes. He effectively managed cost-cutting and expenditure control efforts during the Boston Public Schools' worst fiscal crisis in more than 2 decades. Why, then, do we continue to threaten to shortchange our students and teachers? With this kind of experience, our students and teachers deserve better. Thank you.